China's megaproject shows America is a century behind, and the scale of what we are witnessing is unlike anything the world has ever seen. For decades, the United States was the global leader in infrastructure, innovation, and engineering marvels. From the Hoover Dam to the interstate highway system, America built projects that defined generations and symbolized progress. But today, the narrative has shifted. While the United States struggles with outdated infrastructure, political gridlock, and underfunding, China is charging forward with megaprojects that look like they belong in the future, not the present. What China is building today is redefining the meaning of national ambition. Entire cities are being designed from scratch, futuristic high-speed rail networks are expanding at a pace no other country can match, and monumental energy and transportation systems are being completed in record time. These are not just projects, they are symbols of a country racing to claim global leadership. Meanwhile, in the US, decades of underinvestment have left roads, bridges, airports, and public transit systems in critical need of repair.
एयरपोर्ट का डिजाइन इस तरह तैयार किया गया है कि कुदरती रोशनी ज्यादा से ज्यादा अंदर आ सके, जिससे बिजली का इस्तेमाल 40% तक कम हो जाता है। इसके अलावा यहाँ का वेस्ट वाटर प्रोसेसिंग और रीन्यूएबल एनर्जी सिस्टम इस एयरपोर्ट को तकरीबन खुद कफील बनाता है। यानी ये सिर्फ एक हवाई अड्डा नहीं, बल्कि एक मिनी सिटी है जो किसी भी इमरजेंसी में आजादाना तौर पर चल सकता है। इसके अलावा इसकी तामीर के दौरान भी
In contrast, China has built over 25,000 miles of high-speed rail in just over a decade, connecting every major city with trains that exceed 200 miles per hour. What takes an American commuter hours in traffic, a Chinese traveler can now do in minutes with comfort and efficiency. This is not just about speed, it is about economic integration, reducing emissions, and transforming how people live and work. Energy is another frontier where China's megaprojects draw from American efforts. Massive solar farms stretching across deserts, hydroelectric dams generating power for millions, offshore wind farms the size of small countries, China is not only scaling renewable energy, it is dominating it. The Three Gorges Dam alone produces more power than some entire nations. Compare this to the US,
डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड से भी ज्यादा हो जाता है, जो सूरज के कोर से 6 गुना ज्यादा है। हैरत की बात यह है कि इतनी जबरदस्त गर्मी को कंट्रोल करने की
to clean energy, while China is building the infrastructure to make it happen. Urban design tells the same story. China is building sponge cities engineered to absorb and reuse rainwater, reducing flood risks and conserving resources. Entire smart cities are being constructed with advanced AI systems, autonomous transport, and sustainable energy grids. America, by contrast, struggles with aging urban systems, crumbling water pipes, outdated power grids, and housing shortages. In many ways, the US is patching the past, while China is designing the future. And let's talk about speed. In America, even a simple bridge replacement can take years of debate, environmental studies, lawsuits, and funding delays before construction even begins. In China, mega bridges spanning miles of ocean are completed in just a few years. Take the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge, a 34-mile engineering masterpiece that was built in less time than it often takes America to break ground on a much smaller project. This speed doesn't just save money, it accelerates progress and sends a clear message that efficiency and ambition are at the heart of China's development strategy. For the US, the challenge is not a lack of ability. America has the knowledge, the engineering talent, and the resources. What it lacks is the political will and the unity of purpose. Infrastructure bills stall in Congress, funding gets trapped in partisan fights, and vision is sacrificed for short-term politics. China, on the other hand, operates with long-term strategies that stretch decades into the future. Every megaproject is part of a bigger plan to elevate the nation's global standing and secure dominance in the 21st century. What does this mean for the future? It means China is not just building roads, bridges, and railways, it is building influence, power, and leadership. Countries around the world are turning to China for infrastructure investments, whether through the Belt and Road Initiative or partnerships in Africa, Asia, and beyond. The US, once seen as the leader in exporting infrastructure expertise, is now watching from the sidelines as China cements relationships and gains soft power through concrete and steel. If America does not catch up, the consequences are clear. Its infrastructure gap will continue to widen, its economic competitiveness will erode, and its global influence will shrink. The world is changing, and megaprojects are not just about construction, they are about
इसके
vision,
साथ साथ पानी की
pride,
क्वालिटी
and
को
the
भी
ability
बेहतर
to
बनाने के
define the
लिए
future.
जगह-जगह जदीद
China's
फिल्ट्रेशन
megaprojects show
और
what can be
ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट्स
achieved
लगाए
when
गए
ambition meets
ताकि
action.
जब पानी
They
बीजिंग के
prove that
शुमाली
with
शहरों तक
scale,
पहुंचे तो
speed,
पीने
and
के काबिल हो।
determination, a nation
इस
can
मंसूबे
leapfrog decades of development. America once held that title, but today it feels a century behind. The question is not whether China will surpass the US in infrastructure, it already has. The real question is whether America has the courage to rethink its priorities and reclaim its spirit of innovation, or whether it will remain stuck in the past while China builds the future. The truth is, China's megaprojects are not just about size, cost, or speed. They are about what they represent, a country that has decided to invest in its future while others are hesitating. When you see entire regions connected by rail, renewable energy systems powering tens of millions of homes, and futuristic cities rising from what was once empty land, you realize this isn't simply about building things, it's about reshaping the course of history. Meanwhile, America finds itself at a crossroads. The world still looks at the United States as a land of innovation, but if the infrastructure gap continues to grow, that reputation will fade into nostalgia. Once, America inspired the world with bold projects, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Hoover Dam, the Apollo missions. Those achievements prove that when the nation set its mind to something, nothing was impossible. But today, the hesitation, the endless debates, and the short-term politics risk burying that spirit under layers of bureaucracy. The long-term consequences are deeper than just crumbling roads or congested airports. Infrastructure is the backbone of progress. Without it, economies slow down, trade weakens, and opportunities shrink. With it, nations grow faster, people connect more easily, and innovation thrives. That's why China's megaprojects matter so much. They are not just physical structures but engines of growth that will echo through generations. If America doesn't act soon, the gap won't just be about 100 years of infrastructure, it will be about 100 years of influence, technology, and leadership. This is not just about bragging rights between two superpowers. It's about who gets to write the story of the 21st century. Will it be a story where the US reclaims its role as the builder of the future, or one where it watches from the sidelines as another nation takes the lead? But here's the most important part: the future is not fixed. America can still change course. It can invest in high-speed rail, renewable energy, smart cities, and modernized infrastructure. It can once again rally talent, innovation, and ambition to prove that bold projects are possible. The choice is still open, but the window of opportunity is closing fast. For viewers like you, this story is more than just news about China and America, it's a wake-up call. It's a reminder that progress doesn't wait for those who hesitate. It rewards those who act, who build, and who dare to imagine something greater. So as you watch China's megaprojects rise and reshape the world, ask yourself, what kind of future do you want to see? Do you want to see a world where innovation is shared, where nations compete by building and creating? Or do you want to see a world where hesitation leaves potential wasted? If this video opened your eyes to how far the gap has grown, don't just click away. Be part of the conversation. Share this story. Talk about it with friends. Challenge leaders to think beyond short-term politics and focus on building the future. Because if there's one thing history has taught us, it's that the nations that dream big and act boldly are the ones that define the next era. Thank you for watching. If you believe this message deserves to be heard, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into the projects shaping our world, and share this video to spread awareness. The future is being built right now, and together we can make sure it's a future worth living in.